Greetings, Earthlings! My name is Zero Jake and welcome back to Space Engineers. Today we're in Creative and I have created an Interceptor, a kind of patrol craft that can patrol the area around the station for any pirates and take them out. The reason why we're not doing a survival episode this time is because I've still got quite a bit of work to do before we can start our next project, which is the grav rail at the top that will fire these fighters in through the use of artificial mass. As you can see in the back, artificial mass, it's a block, means it's affected by gravity, which is very nice. But yes, this is a Interceptor class strike fighter. I can make a better name if I want to. This is the modded one. I also have a vanilla version, which is a lot worse because it overloads every time it moves forward and doesn't slow down quick enough, and the landing gear are too big. But yeah, this is kind of the fighter that we'll use in large quantities. So let's test out this Interceptor's capability with my Saitek X52 joysticks or HOTAS thing. So basically I've hooked up my joystick and my throttle thing so that I can pilot ships and space engineers, which is kind of cool. It's not as delicate as I want it to be, but it's better than doing everything else. So this is all using the joystick, and I can move forward to accelerate forward and accelerate backward. Even though that'll do it automatically, I can press Z and that will turn the inertial dampeners off, which means it's actually better for me, so I can flip right round and then burst the other way at quite a decent acceleration, mind you, which is very nice. Yeah, I will have a link in the description to my profile that I'm using. The profile, if you look into it, should have everything available. So this ship, this strike fighter, has two different weapons. It's got 4 Gatling guns, because you can never have enough Gatling guns, and then it's got 2 rocket launchers. The thing about these rocket launchers is that they're one shot, meaning that you have to either return to base or go into a quiet zone so that you can reload them manually. They're basically like bombs, if you will, but move in a straight line because this is space. The Gatling guns are pretty good. I don't know what the ammo consumption is, but we've got a cargo container in the back which should be able to hold plenty of ammo. So if we want, we've got the Surveyor as a large ship target, and then we've got these other strike fighters, the same thing, as smaller targets. Now these fighters don't have shields because they're too small to have shields. If I was building a heavy fighter with heavy armor, then yes, I'd be using shields, but no. So, we kind of want to start moving in. Yeah? So, we want to test the maneuvering capabilities. So, let's pull a UE, which didn't work as well as I wanted it to. So, we should be able to drift if we engage inertial dampeners. If we turn off inertial dampeners and turn it back on, that's good. Right. Now, on to the fun bit. We are going to engage with these fighters and see what damage we can do. So let's get into position. And I believe you'll have laser pointers turn up whenever you get close. Let's see how far back. Yeah, so it's not that far that the laser pointers show up, but it's basically to help you see things. So if we do a stationary shot of this guy with the Gatling guns, you can see that it kind of tears through the armor, not that fast, but it will, after prolonged fire, it will actually destroy absolutely everything. If you hit it down the center, then you're likely to destroy a lot of important stuff. And as you can see, this ship is kind of useless now. So if we go on to the second one and we head from the front, this is kind of showing off the weapon capabilities of this ship and also the defense capabilities. So front-wise, you've got kind of a slim profile. The best way to attack it is head-on like this, so that you're pointing the same way, and you would just cut a slice along the thickest part, which is not that good. It would take out the weapon systems at the front pretty quickly, but unless you're aiming for it, the rocket launchers aren't going anywhere. And if you're facing directly ahead, then you're not going to kill the rocket launchers at all. And the rocket launchers are going to kill you, yes. Finally, we have the rocket launchers, which have their own targeting thing. And as you can see, we'll probably go into third person, and then we can fire them. So these, in survival, have one shot. And as we can see, it's quite not that much damage. It's blown off some portion of the left wing, but other than that, this ship is still flyable. I mean, look. Still flyable. As much as the other. So that's pretty good. However, if you were to target, say, the center, where all the important stuff is, you could effectively disable all of its guns. Firing at the center, not much damage. If you combine this with the Gatling guns, however, I didn't mean to do that, then you can do quite a bit of damage. Also colliding with it. It's got ramming things for a reason. So I'm just going to generate myself a new copy of this whilst I'm having fun exploding these. It's always fun using rocket launchers. Right, yes, I will create another copy. There we go. Another copy generated. And then we're going to use it to attack the surveyor. Now, this is where this fighter kind of has its shortcomings. It's a fighter, so therefore it's not supposed to attack a capital ship. So if we get our Gatling guns and start firing on the hull, managed to get through a bit of it. Yeah, it's working. As you can see, prolonged fire is needed to actually damage anything. And I mean, I think I've hit the reactor or something. No? Is this somewhere else? Probably just cut it off. So these Gatling guns, not very useful against armor, especially when you're trying to do strafing runs. Because if you kind of do this, like you would in a strafing run, then you've done no damage whatsoever. You'd need to do, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. As you can see, a lot of runs to be able to damage anything. Like, these armored thrusters are ridiculously hard to kill, but they're armored thrusters, so that's the point. Then finally we have the rocket launcher, which we can use to do a bit of damage. They'll kind of hit the same system because small blocks and large blocks have different sizes, and therefore you can aim it down on the same block and should be able to destroy like a thruster or something. So if you if you have a wing of these ships and target your attacks properly, since you have one run, then you should be able to cripple this ship's movement in one direction. If we have a look at the jump drive, how many rocket barrages do we need to take it out? 3. So you can effectively take out the jump drive here in 3 runs, or using 3 ships, which is actually kind of good if their jump drive is on the exterior. If it's on the interior, you're kind of screwed. Meanwhile, glass, pretty good at destroying glass, but that's because glass is absolutely rubbish. Meanwhile, it takes a lot of guns to destroy the glass. Luckily this thing isn't pressurized, otherwise everything would be bad. I just love shooting up this ship because it's fun. Yeah, so that's how this Interceptor works. I think we can try and work out its acceleration. Right, so we're up to 100 at 400 meters away. $200 at 175. Okay, that's cool. Right. Swing it back around. Takes a while to decelerate. So going really fast is not a good thing. I might make a faster Interceptor for like hit and run attacks, but this one is supposed to be using close quarters. So you would deploy like waves of these. It's a bit expensive on the thruster side, but other than that, it's kind of cheap. If you have like the shipyard or like a proper welding area, then you can probably churn these out pretty fast for a ship. So if we come in for a bombing run now... Oops. Yeah, collided. I'm not very good at this thing because I have not had any experience. As a kamikaze fighter, on the other hand, ridiculously cool. I mean, look at that. Look at the damage. If you have like 100 of these kamikazeing massive flagship, you are going to deal damage. I mean, that was at 100 meters a second. And if you can actually... If I adapt these to be drones, then that's even better. Like kamikaze drone. Ooh. I should create kamikaze drones. That might be cool. Might be something that pirates use to destroy some of the hulls so that they can board or things like that. But yeah. So I've ranked the surveyor ship. We've got a new strike fighter, which is the Interceptor. We're going to be using these in the station, unless I can think of a better thing. So when we're doing the grav tube, we'll use one of these as a demonstration to see how it works. You basically turn this on and it flings you forward faster than regular thrusters would do, which is the point, because then it actually gets you out the station quicker and gives you a higher speed to work with. So that's the Interceptor. Next, I think we're going to have a live stream this weekend, possibly. It's all in the realm of mystery right now, but I'm planning on having one. We're going to be working on getting the exterior of the grav tube done so that we can actually do the proper the gravity generator stuff in the episode. Until then, my name has been Zero Jake. End transmission.